Okay, good evening. Welcome to the Lacey Township Caucus meeting, August 14, 2014. Adequate notice of this meeting has been given in accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act pursuant to Public Laws 1975. Said notice was advertised in the Lacey Beacon and was posted on the bulletin board showing the time and the place of the meeting. We're going to begin with a salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we're going to start off tonight with a special celebration. This past Saturday we had Lacey Day over here at the park in Gilly Park, and we had the honor of having a Little League baseball team, which is sitting here in the front row, join us on Saturday. This team are state champions, and we asked them to come in tonight so that we could present you each with a proclamation on behalf of the township and the governing body members. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the proclamation that we prepared for you, and then I'm going to ask Mr. Goodzak, the head of the Little League baseball in town here, to come up and join me in the front. He's going to introduce each of you if you just come up, and we're going to present each of you with a proclamation, and then we're going to take a picture and let Mom and Dad all take a picture and make you more celebrities than we did on Saturday. So thanks for coming, guys. Okay, the proclamation reads as follows. Whereas the Lacey Little League Intermediate Division All-Stars is a well-disciplined group of young men that takes pride in playing fundamentally solid baseball and striving for constant improvement. Whereas the Lacey Little League Intermediate Division All-Stars' dedication and hard work paid off with the success this past season, beating every single team in Ocean County, winning the state sectionals, which led to the Final Four, which ultimately led to the team being in the state championship. Whereas the team played for the state championship in front of proud family members, friends, and fans on July 16, 2014 at the Farmview Fields in Princeton, New Jersey, clinching the championship with a 1917 win over South Vineland. Whereas this is the first time in Lacey Township history that a Lacey Little League team has won a state championship with an impressive final record of 15-2, making them state champions. Now therefore, I, Gary Quinn, Mayor of the Township of Lacey, on behalf of myself and the Township Committee, do hereby extend congratulations to Keith Apostolos, Anthony Clayton, Ryan Kilmurray, Dylan Newman, Brian Murata, Sam Scramatti, Evan Wallace, Kevin O'Rourke, Jim Roselli, Ryan Thompson, Dylan Goodzak, and Trevor Stankiewicz for their outstanding dedication and performance, and to the leadership and encouragement from their coaches, Anthony Clayton, Danielle Goodzak, and manager Jim Roselli. Furthermore, we, the Township Committee, hereby applaud the dedication, teamwork, and sportsmanship of the Lacey Township Little League Intermediate All-Star team on their outstanding season and representation of Lacey Township. They are a fine example of the youth in Lacey Township. Congratulations to each and every one of you. I'm going to ask Mr. Goodzak if you would join me up front here. For those of you that don't play in baseball, Mr. Goodzak is the president of our Little League in Lacey Township right now. And him, along with all the coaches that we've had here tonight, and coaches that are involved throughout the program, they are what makes the program so successful. So the kids do an outstanding job. They work very hard to accomplish what they've accomplished, whether it be this team or other teams. But if it wasn't for you folks and Mr. Goodzak putting it all together, we wouldn't have the program we have. So we thank each and every one of you. I'm going to have Dwayne also introduce you and bring you up here first.
Manager Jim Roselli.
Okay, we have center fielder Jim Roselli. First base pitcher Keith Apostolos. First base pitcher also Trevor Stankiewicz. Catcher pitcher infielder Sam Scramatti. Outfielder and begrudgingly sometimes a third baseman Ryan Kilmurray. Catcher Brian Murata. Shortstop and pitcher and sometimes catcher, Dylan Gonzalez. Outfielder and pitcher, Moose Thompson. Catcher, infielder, and outfield, Dylan Newman. Shortstop and pitcher, Evan Wallace.
Yes.
Two of our players couldn't make it here tonight. Ryan O'Rourke could not make it here tonight, and Kevin O'Rourke. It's Ryan's birthday, and Anthony Clayton actually got hurt today, but our assistant coach, Danielle Goodzak. Our other assistant coach could not make it here tonight.
Guys, what I'm going to ask you to do is, for the folks in the audience as well as for us to be able to get you on our website and everything, I'm going to ask you to all walk in front of the podium so the committee can be behind you. I'm proud of you, they're proud of you, we want to make sure everybody's in the same picture, so come on over.
Gary, you're not gonna catch that in the whole picture, you're gonna have to tell me what.
Oh, now you want to pick it.
Maybe you guys rows, taller in the back.
Who wants to hold the sign ball here, Ryan? That's what you guys signed on Saturday.
Come on,
Everybody in?
come on, hop in there, Ryan.
Why don't we move if we move the microphone, it won't be right in front of their faces. There we go. Thanks, Dwayne. Dwayne, get out of there. I know, Joey, I think you have to take that over from your father there. It's not going too well.
Everyone got it, okay? Guys, thank you again. There's two extra guys.
Dwayne, these are for the two, I don't think we, in case we forgot anybody, here's 4 extras.
Congratulations. Not used to seeing you in the
Great. Wow, thanks so much.
Folks, before you leave, I'm just take 1 second if you don't mind. Thanks, Jim. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks. Thank you for coming.
I just, guys, 2 things I just want to mention. For those of you that weren't there Saturday, we had the boys all autograph balls for us. This one's going to be kept on display in Town Hall, representing the success you guys have had. But I know you also autographed a lot of balls for individuals in the park, so we thank you for doing that, because there was a lot of kids there that were really excited and proud of your success, knowing that they're going to be coming to the program someday too. So we thank you, coaches. We thank you. I just want to allow the other committee members to make comments if anyone would like to say something. Mark, you want to start?
I tell you what, guys, so proud of you. I know the whole town's proud of you. This was brought to my attention as it was going on, and it was the biggest thing. I was at people's homes and I was at businesses, and we were trying to get the games on, and it was just fantastic. So we expect great things in the future from these guys. And the coaches, what dedication. It's really amazing. The parents, what dedication. It's amazing. Just too much. Keep it up, guys.
Mr. Goodhellen?
Hey, you know what? I mean, this whole town was excited. I mean, you guys made us proud. We often hear about the other Little League team, and to hear about Lacey in a town that is not one of our larger municipalities, mid-sized, smaller municipality, and you guys took it all the way to the state. It just made us so proud. And when I took my daughter to Lacey Day, you guys signed a ball, and it was a highlight of the day for her. And I just want to thank you and all the parents. I know must have been countless hours of practice. Really proud of you guys. Thank you.
Steve?
Yeah, you guys had an excellent season. I'm sure it's something you'll remember for the rest of your lives, along with the coaches and the parents, so well done.
David?
I appreciate what you guys have done for Lacey Township. Lacey Township's a wonderful town, and we have a very high standard here, and you guys are continuing that legacy, and I want to appreciate you doing that for Lacey Township, and I'm sure you all feel proud of each other as a team. So working as a team so young, and you can see what you can accomplish. You carry that with you the rest of your life, and you'll do wonderful in life. So Thank you very much.
And again, guys, like the committee members have said, make sure you thank your moms, dads, family for all that they've done, all the time they've given up, because success is great, but, everybody has an involvement in it when it's a family. So your coaches did an outstanding job, moms and dads got you there, so it's something that's a team effort for sure, and you certainly know what a team effort is. So congratulations. We're not going to make you sit through the entire meeting. And feel free to, jump up and leave and go out and celebrate. Thanks again, guys. Congratulations.
Mr. Wallace.
I know, because when he shook your hand, I'm like, oh, these two must know each other.
Yeah. I finally put this, like, I finally put it together and then
That's nice. Yeah.
I don't remember which school.
That's nice to see success.
Absolutely.
Well, you know how to empty a room there.
Yes.
Actually, I said Pete was going to talk now. We got to throw him under the bus. Hey, who's great?
Fine, thank you. They got it down somehow. Just jump in.
Shall we?
Let's just do it quick, that's all.
Yeah, just do it quickly.
Okay, back to the agenda. Item number 2, audit corrective action plan.
As you know, we received a 2013 municipal audit as part of the requirements in state statute. The CFO is required to do a corrective action plan addressing the comments and recommendations made in the audit. Mr. Fanning has put together the recommendation. This is with regards to the GASB 45 requirement that the state is making the towns now do with regards to post-employment benefits. And one of the reasons why the town has never went through and followed through with that audit on those post-retirement benefits is the expenditure of the funds that it would take to audit those post-health benefits outweighs the benefit from what you would get from it. So that is his response, and I just need a motion to accept what was written.
Motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item number 3, athletic field use policy.
On July 10th, we had introduced this to the committee based on a meeting that Mr. Bylands, Mr. Parker, and myself have had with regards to athletic field use policy. And what I'm talking about are those sports-related uses. I'm not talking about Little League and girls softball and Lacey soccer, which, yes, are part of this, but they are already sanctioned to use our fields. It's those fundraisers that we do at the parks and those other outside organizations that want to come to our beautiful parks to run their fundraising events. And it does put an impact on our parks. Sometimes they're using the field lighting. They're expecting the fields to be prepped. They're expecting more tables or certain guidelines to be set up in the park, which takes labor and manpower, and there is no reimbursement to the town. While these are all very good uses that they're putting in the parks, as most of the time they are for various different fundraisers such as autism, ALS, multiple sclerosis, fundraisers, which we can waive if we wish to waive those fees for that. But Mr. Weiland has put together a $350 per field per day price plus $50 for field lighting. And if they're going to use general park use fairgrounds, it's $500 per day.
And like Veronica said, occasionally we get a need for a fundraiser for somebody that's ill, a child or something in town, which we certainly can continue to waive. That's a given.
So if you're in favor of this and the way it's written, and we've based this off of what other towns have done, we would need to put an ordinance together in order to establish the fees, or else we'll be written up in the audit for not having the proper ordinances on the books.
Everyone okay with it?
Sure, we've had problems in the past, and this just brings some continuity and some standardization to it, so I think it's a wonderful
Yeah, I agree with you on that. It does bring continuity to it.
Thank you.
Great.
Okay, item number 4, strategic recovery. Oh, you need a motion? Have a motion on that? Move it.
Second.
All in favor? Item number 4, strategic recovery planning report, phase 2 project.
Okay, we had developed back in the early part of 2014 what was known as the Strategic Recovery Planning Report, which is part of the post-Sandy grant requirements, and we had received $25,000 to offset those grant. Based on that, there was a list of projects that had come up in the report of things that we should focus on, in case of future events such as Sandy, and to make the town more efficient and various things like that. One of them was the community rating system, which I was all for with regards to flood insurance, and this is now phase 2 of the grant process, which we can get additional grant money to move forward with some of these funding sources. I had put together the report for you, and in the report listed various different projects and so on and so forth that we could possibly seek funding for. The priority projects were 4 of them, and those being automating and updating the township's system for processing zoning and construction permits, creating a GIS database to support future planning efforts, creating and adopting a floodplain management plan as an element of the master plan, and developing an emergency operations management plan was the 4th one. I wanted to go with the community rating system. Unfortunately, doing some research with our consultant, the state and the CDBG-DR Phase 2 is not funding money for that, so there was really no point to put in an application for something that they weren't going to get funding for. These are the funding sources that the state is looking most favorable upon right now, so those are the 4 that I'm recommending. We can apply for all 4 of them, see where we fall out in round 2, and move forward with 1 or none if that's what we wish to do. I'm kind of nervous about moving forward with the GIS system, because when we looked at that many years ago with Louis Dariento, it was going to require additional staffing. Because once that's in place and you get your grant money, and the most we could get is $50,000, we have to support that afterwards. So then it does become a township thing. So, you know, I'm not opposed to applying for it, but it might be something we might not want to move forward with.
Well,
if
what's
we
the
do
cost
get
benefit to it is what we really have to.
Yeah, that's what we'd have to look at in the future. Yeah, but I just wanted to let you know, because, you know, those other ones are easy things to manage, and there would probably be no future costs. It's the GIS that would have future
As long as
costs.
there's no cost to apply for it, might as well.
No, there's no cost to apply for them. It's being applied for free for us. So and there is a resolution on this evening to adopt for those 4 projects, unless somebody else wanted to focus on another project instead.
And the CRS is not included in that.
No, because they're not funding it. So I don't want them to not look favorable on our application because we put that in there. I was really hoping that was my focus as well, but,
Well, you know what that does for a resident.
yeah.
Everyone
So we
okay?
have, we have a resolution on to be adopted tonight, so at that time, we can either say yay or nay to that
I
resolution.
don't think there's any downside to filing an application and seeing what grants we can get.
Correct.
Okay. Number 5, dog license, late fee.
Okay. As of August 14th, today's date, imposed by ordinance is a late fee for dog licenses. What that means is that those individuals that had dog licenses last year, if they did not apply before today's date to renew their dog license, they would be imposed a dog license renewal fee up to $15 plus the late fee of $20. This year was a dog census year. We went out, we sent out mailers, and we have seen an increase by about 30% of the dog licenses coming in. These are first-time people coming in. What Mr. Curtin is asking is right now he would like us to waive the late fee and extend it until September 15th. And again, the late fee only is imposed to those that had dog licenses last year and failed to renew this year. It's not imposed to those new ones that have come in for the first time. But he would like to waive the $20 late fee.
I talked to John, and he had 1 or 2 that actually walked in and found out the late fee was more than the permit, and they turned around and walked out. So, I mean, I think it's worth giving them the month and see if it,
Yeah.
I need a motion on that.
Motion?
Second?
Okay, all in favor?
Aye. Number 6, request to vacate township road, purchase township property.
I placed a map in your file here with this. I have a contract purchaser who is purchasing block 265, 9 through 13. There are some wetlands on that, and right now it doesn't have any road frontage because the road that's showing there to the north is a paper street, and it has a major sewer line through there. So the contract purchaser is looking for us to vacate the paper portion of Maritime Drive, which is highlighted in orange highlight, and also would be interested in buying block 265, lot 8 from the Township of Lacey. They do understand that with the street vacation, there is also a fee to be associated with that, in addition to a fee for the lot. I had Mr. Fitzpatrick assess fair market value on this. For the vacation of the street, $22,000, and for the lot, $12,000. So I just need permission to go and offer it to the contract purchaser, and I do have copies of the contract, and he is the contract purchaser on the property.
Everyone okay making the offer?
Yep. Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I have a quick question on that. So that's all gonna be consolidated into one lot then, correct?
Yeah, yes, it would be consolidated into one buildable lot, and he would then have 40-foot road frontage in order to be able to build a residence on that property. Right now, he has no road frontage based on the paper streets.
Okay, thank you.
Number 7, request to extend trailer on property 524 Pine Street.
Okay. Back in March, we had authorized a Sandy victim to have a modular home, to have a trailer on their property while their modular home was being, built on their house on Pine Street. Obviously, there's always some setbacks and delays, and they're looking to have this extended through to December 31st at this point.
This gentleman had called me, and apparently he's got a builder that's doing some of that REM financing, and it hasn't come through, and he's, very frustrated, but he's trying to keep his family consolidated in one spot, so that's the reason for the trailer going in there. I think it's the first time, he hasn't lived there, he just moved it in this week.
Yes,
So.
yeah. So can we just have a motion to approve?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Number 8, special use permit, New York Tattoo, 204 Lacey Road, September 14th.
Okay, New York Tattoo is looking for a special use permit. It's basically an open house for their grand opening. Based on the review of the zoning officer, there's adequate property to include the items that they're looking to have. I believe they're having a small car show, some food events, and some of the money that they're gonna raise for a donation box will also go to a charity of the police department's choice that day, and they also have approval from their landlord. And again, they will be providing, their own on-site parking and soda, water, and bathroom facilities for anybody, so it's not gonna disturb any of the surrounding businesses, and it was approved by the zoning officer.
Which building is this?
Yeah, what is that?
It's the one right
Many
adjacent to
Labs.
the road right away,
Many
on the other
Labs.
side of Sherwood's house.
Oh, the little white one?
The little white one, yeah.
Okay. Anybody, any problems? Everyone okay?
I'll abstain, Mayor.
Yep.
You abstaining too,
second?
Mark? Or
No.
motion?
Second.
All in
All in
favor?
favor?
Okay, one-day social affairs permit, Lacey Elks, September 14, 2014, Lacey Elks, September 20th, 2014.
Right. Easy enough.
Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Number 10, annual Bike to Build event, Habitat for Humanity.
I received this letter from the Habitat for Humanity Northern Ocean Center with regards to an event that they're holding Sunday, September 14th. They've added a third leg to their route this year, which is a 32-mile bike ride, which does go in through various parts of Lacey Township, starting at South Street, proceeding all the way up Manchester Avenue, going on to Veterans Way, coming out Municipal Lane, and then proceeding west over the Parkway all the way out to Dover Road. They have asked for police assistance where they want the road blocked off, and police to, especially at the major intersections. Spoke with Chief Paparotto. We've gotten no cooperation out of this group yet with regards to a certificate of insurance or as to what they're looking for. Chief Paparotto said that it's gonna take numerous men and a large amount of overtime to do this. And again, anybody can ride their bikes on any public road in Lacey Township, so he feels that just let them ride their event because it's a 32 miles and there's no, idea what the type of a rider it is. So somebody could be way out of front, somebody could be way back, and it could be an all-day event for our police department to have to, have men housed at these intersections. So right now, I haven't heard back from the individuals. We've left between myself and Lieutenant DeBella several messages for cooperation, and we haven't gotten anything. So I don't think for free we should be providing police service because it is quite a large impact on our budget.
Mayor, if I could just add on to this, that, when we do the 85-mile bike ride from Monmouth College to Tuckerton, and then from Tuckerton they go to Cape May, they don't actually utilize police resources in a lot of towns. What they do is they have folks that volunteer just to direct people, and that's about it, but like Veronica had advocated, I believe that if they need to follow their safety rules like any biker would, bicyclist on the road. So I totally agree with her. And they're gosh, there's hundreds, probably 1,000 bikes on the road with that MS event.
Yes, there is.
I think this is more or less sponsored by Beecher Bicycles. It's more of a commercial thing. And they just logged on to Habitat to make the donation. So unless we get some help and get insurance, I say we just drop it.
Well, Dan.
Everyone okay, not?
Yep, no problem.
I mean, again, they may be coming through our town on that day, but it's up to them to follow the traffic safety rules of what a bicycle would follow.
You're welcome. Number 11, request to post signs, Girls Scouts membership drive, August 24th to August 31st, 2014. Fall River Presbyterian Church Fall Festival, October 4th, 2014.
Move it.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any other items?
Yeah, I have another one, and since I dropped my meeting books before the meeting tonight, it really made a mess. It's another posting sign. Roller hockey is having their annual registration. starting September 8th through September 18th, and they just want to post signs a week in advance through the roller hockey events.
Have a motion?
Move it.
Move it. All in
Okay.
favor?
Aye.
And I have nothing else to add on this agenda.
Okay. Resolution 2014-184, authorizing the convening of an executive session.
Resolution attached to Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, authorizing the convening of an executive session to discuss matters of personnel, contractual matters, anticipated pending litigation, and matters of real estate.
Second. All in favor?
Mr. Kennis?
Yes.
Mr. Most?
Yes.
Mr. Dykoff?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
And Mayor Quinn.
Yes.
All right.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
We'll be back.
Folks, we have a lot on our agenda, so we could be a little bit in the back. Patience.